beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am back with a good old-fashioned haul for you guys. I say good old-fashioned because this is a haul of things that I purchased myself. It's not a PR haul, it's not a swap haul, it's just a haul of items that I purchased with my own money for no other reason because I really wanted to try them. So before I do get into it, I just have a few things that I want to mention really quick. If you're interested in just the haul, want to skip past my chatter, I'll put a timestamp here on the screen. You guys can skip forward. But I just want to mention really quick, if you like my makeup, I specifically look today, I will have a video coming up soon. I use the new CoverGirl Royalty products that they recently came out with, and I do a demo of this look, talk about my first impressions, so show all the products up close, do some swatches. There is a giveaway in that video as well, so stay tuned, it's coming. Secondly, I wanted to say a big thank you guys because this haul was actually made possible by you guys. And so I wanted to be sure to mention that because I do talk about how often I don't have a lot of money to spend on makeup. I feel very fortunate that I am sent a lot of PR and I'm sent a lot of products for free because it gives me products to try and review and test out and share here on my channel without me having to go broke doing it. But every once in a while, obviously, I can save up and purchase some things. Now this was quite a big haul. Normally I wouldn't have purchased as much stuff as I did, but I was able to because of you, and that is because I had recently got one of my YouTube AdSense paychecks, and I don't get those very often. I think I've been in the last 5 years that I've been on YouTube, I maybe got 3 or 4, I believe, and so I got that recently as well. I also got my very first ever Magic Links payout, and so Magic Links is actually the website I use to convert any links that I put in my description box into affiliate links, so that way when you guys click them, I don't know if you guys just clicking them helps me earn money, or if you click them and then when you buy something it helps me earn money. Maybe it's a little bit of both, I'm not quite sure, but either way they are affiliate links that I use in my description box, and I've been doing that for probably more than a year now, and this is the first time I actually had a payout from it. So it was kind of like those two things combined, and I was like, I'm putting this back into my channel and I want to be able to purchase these things to test out and share with you guys. So I just want to say a really big thank you to you guys, because if it weren't for you guys using my links, watching my videos, watching the ads and just showing your support for me, I wouldn't be able to have that little bit of extra money to be able to put back into buying stuff for my channel and things like that. So just a big thank you. But anyways, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into everything I bought. All right, now I just realized I didn't even say what the haul is. I'm sure you guys will see from the title and the thumbnail, but I didn't announce it. But I purchased a bunch of stuff from Hard Candy. So the first thing I have is the 12-hour long wear setting spray. Now this one is available at Walmart. Hard Candy is available, I think, exclusively at Walmart or otherwise their website. So some of these items I actually did purchase in store at Walmart. The rest of everything I purchased on their website. And I did notice that this specific setting spray is available at Walmart, but it's not on their website anymore. So I don't know if it's something that will be not available anymore, discontinued, or maybe it's just a Walmart exclusive. But anyways, if you're interested in this, it's only available at Walmart, not on their website, but it's their Sheer Envy setting spray. It says fade resistant, fights humidity, has cucumber extract, and it has 24-hour wear plus hydration. This has been in my makeup basket for this month, so it is what I'm using today. Actually, I'm using a couple of the Hard Candy products today, so we'll have a few somewhat first impressions to share with you. But for the most part, most of this other stuff I have not tried at all yet. So, so far I do really like this a lot. It is very refreshing. I definitely feel like it sets everything very nicely. But I do feel like I'm kind of going through it pretty quickly. There's only 2.2 fluid ounces, which isn't like a bad amount, but I feel like it's about to right here if I'm just gauging from the shake. So I don't know, I feel like that kind of might go a little bit quickly, but I am enjoying it, and it is very affordable. Everything that I purchase, I think the most expensive thing things that I got are the palettes, which are $10, and then a few other things are $8, but everything else was like $6 and under. So, and I'll try to put the prices on the screen for you guys, but everything was really affordable. And then additionally, I searched the internet. I just typed in hard candy discount code, and they actually sent it to me here, so you can use it even if you have never shopped. But the discount code is COMEBACK15 for 15% off. So the stuff that I purchased online I actually got at a 15% discount as well. So that was really nice and made them even more affordable. Oh, and I'm sorry this is so rambly. I feel like I'm all over the place, but I want to say this as well really quick. I'm going to be posting this haul first because I plan to do one of my haul in action videos where I put the products that I've hauled in action for you guys to see, and basically this will be pretty much a full face of hard candy. But since I do have multiples of some items, that's where I want you guys to, after watching this video, leave a comment letting me know which of these items you are most interested in seeing me use. If there's multiples of something, let me know what you're most interested in seeing me use so I can be sure to use those specifically in my haul in action video. So anyways, with that being said, there's 2 more setting sprays that I bought. I decided to grab the 24-hour brightening setting spray. And so this one is the Sheer Envy brightening setting spray with vitamin C and rose water. It's supposed to be a 12-hour long-wearing setting spray with plus hydration as well. So I wasn't sure, like, because I don't know. They also have, I think, another setting spray. It's like a dewy one, maybe, if I'm remembering correctly. And I didn't really want that one. Oh, and they have they had just had so much stuff. Their website is actually really cool. They just have so many things. I wanted to purchase everything. They even had like a coconut priming water spray, like a primer water spray. Maybe a dewy setting spray. But anyways, I wasn't interested in a dewy one, but I wanted to try the brightening one, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be dewy or just a brightening setting spray. Anyways, I'm curious about it, so I want to try that. And then I went ahead and grabbed their matte setting spray because I do mostly prefer a matte setting spray. So this one is their Sheer Envy setting spray. It's a mattifying, controls oil, minimizes pores. That's interesting. Wow. And then again, the 12-hour wear plus hydration. So even though it's matte, it gives hydration and it's oil control, and the pore minimizing thing, that's fascinating. So there's just a lot of really, really cool items. Like, they really do have a lot of options. Seriously, definitely check out their website. And like I said, this is a good old-fashioned haul, so nothing sponsored. I wasn't reached out to about trying these. This is just my own genuine curiosity about these products. And so yeah, that's why I purchased. Next up, I picked up the Glamouflage full coverage foundation. This is a 16-hour wear. It's a oil-free foundation, and I got the shade Olive. It's 1508 Olive. They don't have very many shades to choose from, but they do have a very nice shade matcher on their website. That's how I decided to pick up this shade Olive. There was another one I thought I might be. I think it was like medium beige or something like that, but it basically says which shades are what. Like, I think it tells you if it's like cool tone or warm tone or whatever, and helps you pick out the shade. So that's why I picked out this shade. It's actually what I'm wearing today, and so far I think the color is a really good match for me. This is a doe foot applicator foundation, and I have worn this, I think maybe at this point 4 or 5 times so far, and my first impressions of this foundation are not really great. I feel like when I wear it, it breaks up pretty quickly, because I know it says 16 hours, but I feel like it actually breaks up kind of quickly. Like, I don't feel like it actually lasts very long throughout the day, because you guys know, I've said this before, I put on my foundation, I put on my makeup quite late in the day, so I actually don't wear my makeup very long. Usually 5 to 7 hours is about how long I wear makeup. So, and for it to break up and look to me a little bit crusty, or like kind of early on the day before the end of the day, you know, really shows that it's not really lasting that long. And additionally, I feel like it looks a little bit cakey, not cakey, but just definitely looks very makeup-y in my opinion. So today I actually paired it with the No Problem primer to see if that would help it last a little bit longer. And I will say that I feel like it must be the No Problem primer, but it definitely looks a lot better today than it has the last few times I've worn it. And let me see what time it is. It is 3 o'clock. So I've been wearing this since 11:30. So that's just about 3.5 hours. And usually I feel like it's about the 4-hour to 5-hour mark where I feel like it starts looking crusty and like breaking up on my skin. And right now it actually looks pretty good. So it must be that primer. I will say though, right here, and you're probably not going to see it, I might zoom in. It's looking a little bit cakey and kind of weird up in my crease, but overall I think today it's looking the best that it has the last few times that I've worn it. So I don't imagine this will actually be a recommend for me, but I'm really glad that I was able to try it. Hey guys, so I wanted to do a really quick check-in because it is 8:36. And I noticed my makeup was actually looking really good, or the foundation at least, a lot better than it had the last few times I've been wearing it, so I really want to check in. I definitely think it's due to the No Problem primer. It's still very much so a makeup-y foundation, not one I absolutely love, but definitely with the right primer I think it'll last a lot better. It looks a lot better than it has the last few days, so I just want to update that before I forgot. And I will of course keep using it because I also did get a primer to use, so I do want to also try it with their own primer to see if that makes any kind of difference. And you know, maybe my opinion will change, maybe not, but first impressions are just kind of like, I don't think I'll reach for this that much. At least not after this month of testing it out and using it. So before I get into some of the other items, let me just say real quick, I did not grab the Glamouflage concealer just because I have used it before. Like I said in the beginning of this video, it used to be a very favorite concealer of mine because back then, before I really super got into doing YouTube and more into makeup, I didn't really know much about high-end makeup or other options. I only literally shopped makeup at the drugstore, at Walmart and things like that, so I didn't really know much about other products. But back then it was one of the only concealers that I can find that actually covered my dark circles really well, and so I was of course very impressed with it, and like I said, it was a favorite of mine because it covered so well. But now that I have tried other concealers and other brands and other types of concealers, those types of concealers where it's more of a creamy, very thick consistency are not my favorite to wear. So I didn't want to purchase it just for the sake of using it for a full face of hard candy, because I knew I would purchase it and then it would probably go to waste because I wouldn't want to use it again. I find it to be very similar to the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, which is, like I said, that very thick, very creamy type of concealer. And while I think the Bye Bye Under Eye is an amazing concealer, it really does say goodbye to your under eye circles, but I don't use it that often because I just don't prefer those types of concealer. So it really would just be a waste for me to purchase it. I'm so sorry I cannot update you on my thoughts on it, and even like it would have been probably nice to do a comparison to that and the Bye Bye Under Eye to see if they're like dupe-like, but in my opinion they kind of come across very dupe-like. But anyways, I can't do that. I just didn't want to waste my money on buying that. So I do apologize, I did not get a concealer to use. So the next thing I got, and I already opened this, is also in my makeup basket because this is one of the items I picked up at Walmart because I was just too impatient to wait. But this is their Blur and Perfect Oil-Free Loose Setting Powder. This says it's Skin Perfecting Setting Powder, Blurring and Pore Refining Loose Powder. This is the shade Universal. I have used this a couple times as well. This is the powder that I used on my face today, and I do like it so far. I think I kind of feel like it might be a little bit more heavy in coverage than I would prefer. I think I've mentioned before that I much more prefer translucent setting powders because they're just so much more lightweight on the skin. This does have a little bit of color to it, but I wouldn't say it adds coverage necessarily, but it does have a thicker feeling on the skin than I would prefer, but it's not bad. So here's kind of what it looks like. Let me just do that so you kind of see, like, it's for the most part I think like blends right into the skin, and is a little bit translucent, but it does add a little bit of something. But I do think it's a nice powder, and I do feel like it does definitely kind of blur the pores a little bit, but I definitely want to keep using it and, you know, develop more of my thoughts. But first impressions of this powder is it's nice and not an instant hit or a favorite, but I don't dislike it. Next up, I actually just opened, this is one of the items I purchased online, and I almost did not get this because I was like, I don't need another highlighter, but I was gonna actually purchase another primer, and then I decided against getting 2 primers and instead just getting 1 primer and then picking up a highlighter, because if you know me, you know that I don't necessarily love primers, and I thought, like, even though I'm really curious about these primers, because they had several primers, which I'll talk more about them, I guess, in a minute. Even though I was really curious about the primers, I just thought, maybe that might be a little bit more of a waste than getting a highlight, and at least getting a highlight, that would be another different, like, item for a face product that I can use that you guys can see in action. So I decided against the extra primer and decided to get this highlight. But this is their Rose Gold highlighter. And I actually just opened it up today, so I did use it on my face today. It is, I feel like, a very, very subtle, natural looking highlighter. It's really, really pretty. I think it looks more luxe than it is, because like online it looks like really pretty, but once I got it and opened it up, it's kind of like a little bit cheapy, plasticky, which is fine because it's a cheap product. But the shades are really pretty. It's like a little trio. And I'll just swatch it like this for you guys to see. I'll like swatch all of them together, and ooh, that's actually really pretty. So definitely gives like a rose, but you see how it's a little bit very, very subtle of a sheen, but it's pretty. Let me just swatch them individually. And so you got the darker shade, the little pinky one, and then the kind of golder one. Mixed together, they look really, really pretty. The next item I got is the primer. So I decided to get, and I did open this up, but I actually have not used it yet. So this is their Long Wear Primer, their 24-hour primer. I think this was just like their basic primer. They had several other primers. Like there was one for dry skin, like a hydrating primer. They had one for oil control. They had one to blur pores. They had, I'm trying to remember all of them, but they had a wide variety of primers, and so many of them looked really intriguing to me. I really wanted to try out the hydration one, but to me it almost seemed like it was very, very similar, or trying to be similar to like the Smashbox primerizer, and I have not really been loving the primerizer, so I was like, maybe I shouldn't get that. I don't need one for oil control because I'm more dry skin. I thought about the one for blurring pores, but I have, you know, some noticeable pores, but not like crazy. I don't ever feel like I need a pore filling primer, so I just decided to stick with this regular Long Wear primer to try, and so that's what I did. But the packaging on these are really cute. So each different primer has like a different color. Like this one's the pink one, but they also have like a blue one, and like they're just really, really cute. And I'll try to maybe insert some pictures so you guys can see, but definitely check out their website or go in Walmart and check them out, because the packaging on them is really, really cute, and they just have a variety to suit so many people's needs and so many different skin types and so many different skin concerns, which I just thought was really, really cool. All right, and they also have some skincare stuff. So this is like the stuff that I was most excited about. Like I was excited about all the setting sprays, I was excited about all the primers, and then I was really, really excited about these. And there were some other of these type of serums that I wanted to get too, but like I said, I kind of had to narrow it down. I didn't want to go too crazy and spend like a crazy amount of money or more than I needed. I was just really, really excited, but I narrowed it down to these two. One is their Sheer Envy. I guess that's what a lot of the stuff is, Sheer Envy. I probably don't need to read that every time, but this is their Fix It Serum for redness relief. This has green tea and cucumber extract, and it's a serum that you can either apply first to your skin on its own, or you can mix it with your foundation to help combat the troubles that this is supposed to help with. So there's another one for hydration. There is this one for redness, and I actually used this today. It feels really, really nice. It comes out green. It is very just like a lotiony serum. Blends right into the skin. It feels really nice. Smells okay. Doesn't have like any kind of bad fragrance or like delicious fragrance either. Just like an okay fragrance. And anyways, I was gonna say, I don't know if this is something that is supposed to like help with redness like right away or just over time of using it. I'm not sure, so there wasn't really much information about it, like if it's something that works over time or like works instantly. But I did use this today, and I did take some footage of me using it in my face before and then just a couple minutes after. I'm not sure if there really is a difference, it's hard to tell, so I'm gonna look at the footage and I'll probably put the footage here for you guys to see if there is any kind of difference. It was hard for me to tell in the moment, but you guys will be able to see, and I'll try to update you. But I did think this was really cool that you can mix it in with your foundation or use it on its own when you're not wearing makeup or, you know, whatnot. So I do have a little bit of redness on my face, like around my nose and different parts of my face and stuff like that. So I thought it was a really interesting product that I was intrigued to try. I was really tempted to get the hydration one too, but I have so many other products for hydration and hydrating my face that I just thought I would try this one. And then additionally, if I didn't feel like I needed this one, my daughter also deals with a lot of redness in her face, so I thought it would be a great one for her to use as well. She'd probably steal it from me. And then the next one I got is one that's actually a nightly serum to use, and this is their Fix It Mask Night Repair with white and purple orchid extract. And so this says the problem it fixes is dull skin. So it says hard candy Fix It Mask Night Repair helps to recharge dehydrated skin while you sleep overnight. Infused with white and purple orchid extracts, this skin treatment helps to restore dry, dull skin overnight. With continued use, your skin will look healthier and more radiant. They just look really, really intriguing and pretty luxe actually, considering the price. And I think these were one of the items that were $8. So really, really affordable. I kind of made a little bit of a fib in the beginning, but that's just because I forgot. So one of these items I actually was sent, but it wasn't sent from the brand or anything. I forgot that my friend Shay had sent me a little birthday gift back in August. So oh my gosh, almost a year ago. So maybe this isn't good anymore, I'm not sure. But this is a mascara from Hard Candy, and it's their Be Bold Glitter Mascara, but it hasn't been opened. I had put it in a drawer that I have with a lot of new makeup that I wanted, you know, will reach into to try here and there when I'm looking for new makeup to try. And I actually forgot about it until I made this order, and I was like, oh, I think I have a Hard Candy mascara, and I pulled this out. So it hasn't been opened or anything, so I would imagine it would still be good. But anyways, I figured I'd show you guys that, and that might be something I test out. But I did also purchase myself one of their mascaras, and they actually have a couple colored mascaras. I know they have a burgundy one because I was almost tempted to buy a burgundy mascara, and maybe a blue mascara. I can't quite remember, but they do have other colors of mascara, but I just picked up the black mascara, and this is their Strokes of Gorgeous Bold Black Mascara. So it says 360 volume, evenly coats, curls, lifts, defines lashes. Oh, I forgot about this. I'm actually really, really excited about this. So like I said, I did not grab the concealer, but I did grab an eye product. And funny enough, because I compared their Glamouflage concealer to the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye concealers, well, when I saw this, I was actually really excited because I thought maybe this might be a dupe or maybe somewhat similar to another It Cosmetics eye product, and it's also in my makeup basket this month and was in my makeup basket last month, but it's because it's almost gone. But it's their CC Plus Under Eye Cream, and I love it, and it has the same kind of handle as this, so I was like, oh, I wonder if this would be possibly a dupe. But this is the Instant Eye Fix Under Eye Treatment. It says 5 times treatment power. It's supposed to depuff, brighten, smooth, prime, and moisturize. It has a luxury metal applicator to smooth, cool, and soothe. And so, like I said, the It Cosmetics one also has a metal applicator, so I thought it seemed very, very similar. And this only has one color available, so maybe it's more of a color corrector kind of a thing, or like I said, it says it's a primer. I'm actually going to open it up right now because I'm really, really curious. So here is what it looks like. It's got this twist off cap like this, and it looks like this with the metal applicator. So that's what it looks like. Oh, it feels very nice, very cooling. I'm just gonna do that and then kind of blend it in with my finger. It smells nice. Okay, it definitely is not kind of what I was thinking, similar to the So it kind of blends in sheer almost. It does have that little bit of color to it, but it blends in pretty sheer. And it has like a interesting texture, almost a little bit waxy, maybe? Maybe because I had something else on my hand already. Let me do it on my other hand real quick. Okay, now on this side it is not waxy like a thick wax, but it has like a little bit of some kind of feel to it. I can't explain except for a little bit waxy. So that's, oh, okay, but now that it's drying down, it feels really smooth. Okay, so let me read this. It says, an eye treatment that instantly brightens, depuffs, and smooths fine lines. This skincare benefit-packed formula comes with a luxurious metal applicator that cools and immediately I can't read today, soothes the delicate under-eye area. Gently squeeze tube to release product with metal applicator, blend in circular motions under the eye. Can be used under the brow bone for instant luminosity. Okay. So I wonder if this is something I should use like on my own as like a skincare thing, or if it can be used under makeup. I will definitely be trying it under makeup. I might do that before my haul in action so that way I don't mess anything up, because it'd be terrible if this doesn't work well under makeup. But I would imagine, oh wow. Okay, you guys are not gonna be able to tell, I guarantee, even if I zoom in, but this kind of did something to my skin where it feels almost like firmer. I definitely think makeup would lay well under this, so that's interesting. I don't definitely see any kind of like luminosity from it at all, like even though it has a little bit of color to it, and the cream in it does look a little bit like it would have some pearlized pigments, but nothing is really pearly or shimmery on my hand that I can tell. But my skin definitely looks and feels different, but it feels nice. So that waxy feeling is gone. It just feels really smooth and firm. Okay, I'm actually really, really excited about this, and I cannot wait to try it. So wow, that's really, really exciting. Okay, I picked up their Soft Glide Long Wear Eyeliner. I picked up this really bright pink shade. It's the shade Hot Pants. It's a really cute name. I think this is just $5. And I was really excited because I don't have any kind of really bright pink eyeliner, and I was really, they have like a green one that looked really pretty. They have a white one. They also have your standard black. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, it feels a little bit firm. It's not as soft as I was thinking it was going to be. I hope it works well in the waterline, because that's really what I wanted it for. But it's got good pigmentation. It, like I said, it just feels a little bit dry. Like, you can see, like you can build up pigmentation, but it feels a little bit dry. So, but a really pretty vibrant color. So excited to definitely be giving that a try. And then I picked up the Strokes of Gorgeous 24-hour smudge proof felt tip liner. Might as well open this as well and do some swatches and stuff. This is kind of be a long video, I apologize, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Oh, that's a pretty good thin but long oh, okay, that's really nice. You're getting some good pigmentation and some good like thin but thick still strokes, but still look like precise strokes. I'm really, really excited. So I did grab their plumping serum. It's a lip gloss, so not just a serum. They had a few other lip colors, but I didn't want to buy any like lipsticks because I'm not really big into lipsticks, and they had other lip glosses that were plumping lip glosses with some color to them, but I decided to be super boring and just get the plumping serum lip gloss. So this one's just a clear lip gloss. That smells familiar. What does it smell like? It kind of smells, I think, like my City Beauty plumping lip glosses. Which they don't really have any kind of scent to them. If I can say any kind of scent, maybe a little bit, maybe spearminty or menthol-y, but not like super overpowering. But more than anything, a little bit more like on the chemical, just lip glossy side. So yeah, I'm excited. I love plumping lip glosses, so I was excited to get that. And I thought about getting one that was like a color, but I just was like, I have so many. I didn't want to purchase something else that I didn't need, which pretty much is all of this stuff, but let's move on from that. Oh, and I wanted to mention that I did not see any blushes that they carry. As far as I know, they don't carry blushes, so I didn't get a blush. And they don't have any powder bronzers or contour stuff, so I didn't get that. They did have a dual-ended contour stick, like a cream contour stick, and I debated purchasing that, but I just felt like, again, it would be something that would probably go to waste. I'd use it just the one time to demo and test out and review, but then I probably wouldn't use it because I don't really care for cream products, so I just decided not to get it. Like I said, a lot of the stuff I purchased is because I can see myself continuing to use this, but if I knew I probably wouldn't use it outside of this review, I didn't want to pick it up. And so I apologize. It won't necessarily, when I do this, it won't be a full face, but it'll be mostly a full face. Don't know if you guys heard my doorbell ring, so I had a little interruption, so I can't quite remember what I was saying. So we're just going to go ahead and move on to the next product I know I was going to mention, and that is the Glitterozzi Eyeshadow Duo, and I picked out the shade Mad About Mars. There was a few other shades and I really wanted to grab more than one of these, but I just wasn't sure what the quality would be like, so I was a little bit nervous to pick out more than one. So I grabbed one that was just really in my comfort zone of colors, but there was another one that was like a minty green blue shade, and I thought about getting that, but I don't know, I wasn't sure. So if I like these enough, which actually I did already try this and I do really like it, so I might purchase other colors. But anyways, let me swatch really quick. So it's dual ended. It's basically like you know, the liquid glitter shadows or the cream liquid shadows. This side is more of a metallic shade and this side's more of the glittery shade. I have a doe foot applicator that looks like this. It's actually like pretty pigmented, and they are really beautiful. I did a look with it. I'm not sure if I took a picture of it. I can't remember, but they're beautiful and they wear actually really well. So the metallic side is a lot more what's the word, like opaque, and the other side is more of a sheer kind of glitter. So that's the metallic side and this is the glittery side. Really pretty. As you can tell, it still has a good amount of pigment and color, but if you looked up close there, it's a little bit sheer, but oh, it's really beautiful. And this shade, if you can tell, it almost is like a duochrome color, so it's got a little bit of a like reddy tone, a little bit of a yellowy orange, and just like a slight touch of green maybe in the right light, but really pretty. Really excited about these. I think it's nice that they're like a duo, so you're getting two colors, so really excited about that. All right, and then lastly, eyeshadow palettes. So originally I just picked up one, and I picked this up at Walmart, so I've had this for a little bit now, and I have created two looks with it, just playing around. One, like I said, was with this, so I only think I used like two shadows from the palette, and then I used this as the, you know, the main focus of my lid. And I just looked at my phone, and it turns out I did not take any pictures of it, so darn it, I wish I did. Or maybe I feel like I did. Maybe I did it on my camera and took video footage. If I have it, I will insert it somewhere of the look, and I'm pretty sure I have video footage of the very first a look I did with this palette, and maybe shared some first impressions of it. I just want to do a quick check-in because today is the very first day that I am trying out the Hard Candy Glamouflage foundation. This is in 16-hour wear, oil-free, full coverage foundation. My first impressions of it are actually really good. I've been wearing this for about 2 hours now. I think it looks great. Obviously that's not a major wear test or anything, but I will say that I really like the way it looks. It is a little bit thicker but thin at the same time, so it does take a little bit to move around, but it's not difficult to move around, and a little bit really goes a long way, and I still got quite a bit of good coverage, I think. And for being an oil-free and full coverage one, I was going to say matte, but I don't think it claims to be matte. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a matte foundation, but for being that, it doesn't feel drying or anything. My skin, I think, looks pretty good. I definitely feel like it's got that full coverage kind of makeup-y look, but not like cakey makeup-y look. So I mean, I definitely look like I'm wearing makeup. It's not as natural as other foundations, but it doesn't look bad at all either. I think it looks really good, and I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. And I did also go ahead and set it with this Blur and Perfect setting powder from Hard Candy and then the setting spray. And then on my eyes is also a Hard Candy product. This is the first time using this palette. I can't remember what it's called because the name is not on here, but doesn't it kind of look like that Huda Beauty, like kind of rose gold palette? That's what it reminded me of. Anyways, and so I did this look, and I think the look turned out really, really pretty. But the palette is a little bit difficult to work with. I thought it was going to be a lot better quality than it is. It's not terrible, but it's not great. The mattes are okay. They do take a little bit of building up, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of pigmentation there. But they're a little bit easier to work with than the shimmer, which took quite a bit to build up, and I needed to use setting spray to work with it. But I don't know how all the rest of the shimmers will work in this palette. I just used the one, and it was a little bit difficult to work with, but I definitely want to keep playing with this, and hopefully by the time this video goes up, I will have more thoughts and have played with it a little bit more, and we'll see, you know, future me will be able to tell you, you know, a better idea of the quality of this palette. But first impressions of the palette, it's okay, not the greatest, but yeah, I'm really loving the foundation though so far. So anyways, just a quick little check-in on my first time trying these products. I will say that my first impressions of the palette are not that great. They look a lot better than they apply. So I picked out this one, which is their like rose gold palette, and as I'm sure you can tell, it seems like it's supposed to be a dupe for the Huda Beauty rose gold palette that she has. I can't remember if that's the actual name. It does come with these two little brushes. I tried using them, but they're definitely like the cheapy quality. They're not terrible, but they're not brushes I'd prefer. But if you didn't have brushes, you know, it's nice that they include these because they're not terrible. But anyway, so here's what this looks like. I will say that I think the mattes are actually pretty nice. Really what it is, it's a little bit disappointing, is the metallic-y shimmer shades. They're just very, very, very dry and not super easy to work with. But I've only tried 3 of them. So I tried this gold one, this pink one, and then a little bit of this, and they're just more so, they're just so hard pressed. So there's a few others that I think maybe, oh, like this one, okay? This one seems like it might be a little bit better, so it's a little bit more creamy. But there's a few in this palette that are a little bit more flaky and just maybe are just more so topper shades, or maybe just need some setting spray or primer or whatever to work with them. But they're very, very flaky and very dry. But just looking at them, you could kind of tell a difference between some of the shades. Like I said, this one I just put on my finger, that look a little bit smoother, so maybe they won't all be like that. But I just need to play around with it a little bit more to see for sure, and we'll update you in my haul and action video or a future beauty rewind video. But not all of them are like seem very well. Okay, this one's a little bit creamier. This one was just so chunky, like it's just, you expect it to be really, really pretty, and it just was like a little disappointing. Anyway, so first impression at least of this palette is kind of like, I want to play around with it a little bit more and try some of the other shades to see what I really think. It is a pretty, like the color scheme of this is really, really pretty. Clearly probably because it's copying the Huda Beauty one, and that's what really gravitated me towards it. And I think $10 is not bad, but if not all the shadows are performing very well, I mean, that price doesn't really matter. So I thought about just only getting this palette. Since I was disappointed, I didn't necessarily want to buy another palette in case it was the same quality, but curiosity got the best of me, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna grab another palette from them to play around with, to see if it's just this palette or if it's just their palettes in general. So I actually did grab another palette to use, and this one was one that I got in my online order, so I actually haven't tried it yet. This is their Earthly Vixen palette. The shade names are on the back, by the way. I don't know if I said that. And this one looks really pretty. This one reminds me of another palette as well. I can't quite put my finger on it what palette this is, but it does, I feel like they are making palettes similar to like other high-end palettes. Like they have another one that's like a gold, it's called Gold something, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a dupe of the Too Faced Gold Chocolate Bar palette. I wasn't as interested in that color scheme as this one. This one just looked really pretty with the greens in there and a little bit of pink in the reds. Again, it does come with some brushes. They are not, like I said, they're cheapy brushes, but they're not as cheap as some of the other brushes you get in drugstore palettes, so they're not terrible. But for some reason, this one looks a little bit more promising. There's a lot more shades in here that look like more of the creamier shades than other palette, and less of the ones that look like they're dry and chunky. So I'm just going to really quickly swatch. Oh, this green one. Oh, okay, that's pretty. I'm going to swatch the other green one. This one in the middle looks like it might be a little bit more of the chunky flaky one. Not so bad. And then this yellow one looks like it might be a flakier one. Yeah, that one's a flaky one. And the other ones in here look like they're more of the creamier texture, so that's really cool. Oh, I'm really excited to use this. So maybe it could be just that one palette, but here's where it comes down to you guys again need to let me know what you want to see in my haul in action. I will definitely still be playing with these palettes and creating looks, and I'll probably just take pictures and put them in my haul in action video so you guys can see the looks I've created. But as far as seeing a palette in action, let me know which one you want to see in action. Would you rather see a look with this or a look with this? Personally, I'm kind of like excited to play with this more than this, but you guys let me know which one you want to actually see in action. And then additionally, there was one last thing that I got, and I decided to get this. Originally, I actually was not going to get this because I don't often use eyeshadow primer all that often. So I didn't feel compelled to like buy a product. Like I said, I didn't want to buy products that I know I don't really use just for a review. But for the sake of giving their shadows more of a fighting chance, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna grab their eyeshadow primer and see if that helps anything at all. And they actually do also have a glitter primer, so maybe that might have been the better thing to grab for some of the more flakier glittery shadows in these palettes, but it is what it is. I didn't get that one. I decided just to get their regular eyeshadow primer, and I did open this up, but I haven't used it yet. But this is their Eyes the Limit Longwear Eyeshadow Primer. It's supposed to extend, wear, and enhance your shadows. So it looks like this. It's actually a pretty big tube of eyeshadow primer. So the palettes, at least first impressions, are not like, they're a little bit underwhelming, let's just say, but I'm still excited to play with them and create looks with them and show them to you guys in action and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm starting to lose my mind. I've been filming way too long. But anyways, that was it for my haul. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to leave a comment letting me know which items specifically that had multiples that you really want to see me use in action for my haul in action video, because I won't film that until after this video goes live and you guys can give me your opinions. So be sure to give me your opinions. But with all that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes. Mwah.